best
All right.
branch in,
Oh, he said the best. In case somebody wants to say something about it. So how did you come up with the decision to go to the military? How'd that happen?
Well, my goal was, and once again, just to answer your question, this ties into the book. When I was 7 to 8 years old, I already knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But my decision, because I used to sit in my room and my uncle gave me a briefcase.
Yeah.
And I had some loose ruled paper, right?
Uh-huh.
And I stuffed it in the briefcase. And in my room, I would pretend like I'm going to meetings, signing contracts and things like that.
Right.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But my decisions changed my whole course in life. I love my children, but it changed my whole course in life.
Right.
So joining the military, so it delayed my my real entrepreneurial dreams.
Yeah.
And after I got my kids through school or on their journey through life, so I was able to pick up what I really wanted to do. So here I am.
Okay. Right there.
And so you get to the Adventures in Moneyland. So talk about, so you say you have 6 children, so you had a lot of case studies as to what, kids are about. Why was the money thing such an important thing for you to instill?
Yes, a lot of case studies. So when my children started in the 7th or 8th grade, we would have family meetings. And we still have family meetings now.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pull them more because they're not at home, but we still have meetings now. Talk about life, honestly. Finances. Getting themselves together. I won't always be here type deal. They need to figure out whatever I leave. They need it's gonna be worked out before I leave, but they need to understand.
Yeah.
But to answer your question is that when they was 8th grade, we would talk about money. We would talk about. I even taught my sons how to tie a tie, how to interview. We was already looking at colleges, according to their interest.
Yeah.
So we were already doing things like that. So that was a case study. How to write checks. Back then it was writing checks, things like that. So, but the Adventures in Moneyland with Dee Des and Dex still came, almost 10, 15 years later. And I was just trying to figure out a way, once again, reading statistics, understanding, African American struggles, watching, okay, what is the root cause of why are we repeating these process? And the process is no one is reaching back to the children. We're trying to change some adults, and some adults are already stuck in their ways or they have a certain mentality.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. But children, like I tell my son, children are little computers waiting to be programmed. You put them in front of the TV, they're going to be programmed, whatever. So if you start teaching them about money, finances, even though you think the words are big, they're going to catch on. You just have to keep repeating it. And they're going to understand it. And as they get older, the concepts will start making sense to them. But we just have a habit of trying to treat kids like, oh, well, they don't know yet. They don't need to know that. They need to be kids. They need to have fun.
Yeah. Right? And we are.
Only African Americans, things like that, because Chinese and other people have their children in front of books and computers already learning this stuff.
Yeah.
Even math. Right. And that's where we're making, I'm going to say making a mistake, but that's where we're not educated that we need to put kids, early. They can have fun, be kids, but they need at least 30 minutes to an hour a day learning.
And some structure.
Have some structure.
Yeah. Cool. And that's interesting that you said, like a lot of people are trying to change adults, and you can, of course, you have a good enough conversation, you can change somebody's mindset and everything like that, but so little attention is on these kids. They grow quick, and they're really going to be the ones that lead us into the next phase of everything. You know what I mean? Like, so, I love to see, people that focus in on kids and kids related things, because, it shows that you have a hope and a trust in humanity still.
I do.
And so, the need for finance, the need to understand that stuff. I think like maybe as a people, because I would say even like, being Latina, I don't